European Union leaders have taken the first step towards major reforms to the bloc's single market. A two-day summit concluded in Brussels, with leaders calling for a simplification of the customs union.
They've also urged for new frameworks to bring in more investments in the bloc amid increasing competition from China, India and the United States. Ishan Garg with more from Brussels.
The centerpiece of the European Council discussions on Thursday was a 149-page document detailing reforms for the EU single market. It called for setting up a capital markets union for the whole bloc to streamline the process of raising capital all across Europe. Former Italian Prime Minister Enrico Letta, who prepared the report, said the EU needs to become competitive, especially against the financial firepower of the US. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said more than 300 billion euros is diverted outside Europe, mostly to America every year, and that capital could be used for the EU's development. If a single capital market is realized, she says it could help European companies raise 470 billion euros every year. This capital could be crucial for Europe as it looks to compete against the US and China. But the negotiations have not been easy. While bigger states such as France and Germany are keen on it, some smaller member states have opposed this proposal. Now, reports say that France wants the Paris-based European Securities and Markets Authority to supervise the new capital union. However, several smaller countries are worried about the national regulators losing control over the financial markets. Another proposal that's been proven to be divisive is more state aid for businesses. The new competitiveness proposal required countries to allocate a proportion of their national funding to financing pan-European initiatives and investments. Hungary's Viktor Orban, who will take up the rotating EU presidency later this year, says he supports the idea. On Wednesday, EU leaders' talks were overshadowed by the crisis in the Middle East, though. They agreed on new sanctions on Iran. They also agreed to ramp up military aid supply to Ukraine. As the summit closed, the focus shifted to trade. Leaders say they'll continue working on making the EU a more perfect union. They have agreed to focus on reducing red tape for businesses and bringing down the energy costs, all in a bid to make the EU a more competitive and attractive business and investment destination. Ishan Garg, CNA, Brussels.